Hey guys, I'm Justin with AmericanMuscle.com, and this is my detailed review and install of the MBRP Black Series dual single-side exit catback exhaust system. It is going to dump before the passenger side rear tire, and it is available for your 2015 and newer 5-liter powered F-150. This review is going to dissect the sound you can expect from the MBRP, what the Black Series is going to bring to the table as far as construction materials, and then finally we're going to talk about getting this guy bolted up to your new F-150. And on the surface, there is the smallest amount of cutting needed to get the MBRP Black Series installed, but it's just one cut. It shouldn't scare you away. So therefore, I'm going 1 out of 3 wrenches on my difficulty meter, with some more detail coming up later on. So the MBRP Black Series exhaust system that I have here in this video is pretty unique in the fact that it is powder coated from tip to tip in a heat resistant black coating, giving you kind of that stealthy look, but also increasing the durability in the process. Now, as for the configuration, it does feature that very cool dual same side exit configuration that will dump before the passenger side rear tire. I think it looks really neat when it's on the car, and it is gonna give you a lot of bark, as we heard with those sound clips. So now that you know what this thing is all about, let's get into it a little further. So again, this is the dual same side exit configuration. A lot like those older SVT Lightnings, it does dump right before the passenger side rear tire. And again, it's something that I personally am a fan of. I think it looks really cool on the truck when it's installed. But we will get more into the appearance and the construction with this system, but first let's break down the sound profile. And as you guys heard with our sound clips at the very top of this video, the MBRP certainly delivered a nice, solid, and aggressive bark over the factory system. A tone that will definitely turn some heads, but not one that's gonna be too loud or over the top. Breaking out the wake to neighbor scale, I'm going middle of the road here, strong 3 out of 5 on my 1 to 5 or 1 to wake to neighbor scale. You do hear this thing a little bit on the inside of the cab. If that's not really a big concern for you, then I really think you'll enjoy this system. On the other hand, if you want to keep things dead quiet on the inside, maybe I suggest checking out the MagnaFlow systems instead. Going to give you the same dual same side exit configuration, slightly better materials, but a more quiet experience inside the cab. But again, wrapping up the sound here, guys, if you're not bothered by a little bit of interior noise, the MBRP certainly will deliver. But with the sound covered, let's talk about what is unique here with the Black Series from MBRP. Now, this system actually starts out life as the Installer Series, which is MBRP's entry-level or bare bones catback. It utilizes aluminized steel, and it's their most affordable system. But from there is how this system actually gets its name. The entire thing, and I mean clamps, tips, piping, you name it, is powder coated with a heat-resistant black powder coating here, giving it that Black Series title. Now, this will be appealing from both a function and a form standpoint. Starting with the form first, the black powder coat is certainly unique. It makes for a very stealthy appearance. We always throw that word around here at AM, but it is the truth. And honestly, there's nothing quite like it in the category. Now, this is going to be a great choice for the truck owners out there who like to see the system almost disappear underneath the truck. Maybe you don't want to see a bunch of piping and chrome tips sticking out everywhere. So if that sounds like you, the Black Series is no doubt a great choice. But form aside, that black powder coating is going to serve a big function as well, increasing the overall durability of the Black Series here from MBRP and helping reduce any corrosion over the years. Now, don't forget, guys, I told you already, this system does feature aluminized steel for the materials used, which isn't a bad material per se. It is definitely an affordable material, but it does what it's supposed to do from a performance and a functionality standpoint. However, the issue with that aluminized steel is that it can sometimes rust or corrode, especially if your truck does see a lot of road salt and things like that during the winter months. Now, the aluminized steel is essentially just a steel tube with an aluminum silicone dip or coating. When that dip or coating wears away, and it usually does, that's when you start to see that surface corrosion build up over time. The Black Series, though, with its powder coat, will act as an additional barrier against the elements here, helping to reduce or prevent any of that surface corrosion we just talked about. Much better than an aluminized steel system that isn't powder coated. You are going to be getting a little bit more of a warranty out of this system thanks to that powder coat. 1-year warranty on the actual powder coat itself, 3-year warranty on the actual materials used. You are going to be paying a little bit extra, though, for all of these benefits. You're looking at $500 to $600 here for the Black Series, which is still very affordable in the world of aftermarket catbacks. But powder coating aside, what else can you expect here with the MBRP Black Series? And again, 3-inch tubing, all mandrel bent for the most part, 16 gauge aluminized steel tubing that is. You are getting the single inlet dual exit high flow muffler from MBRP, and then everything is gonna exit out the 4-inch tips embossed with that MBRP logo. Now the tips themselves are actually made from stainless steel, but they are given that same black powder coat treatment, just like the rest of the system here, along with the clamps that are included with the kit. Touching on the install here briefly before we get out of here, and as I mentioned at the top of the video, there is the smallest amount of cutting needed depending on your cabin bed size, but I'm still willing to go 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, maybe an hour or 2 in the garage or driveway before you're making some noise. This is not a hard job to do. MBRP lays out very clearly how much you need to trim off of this lead pipe depending on, again, your bed and cab size. So just read up on that well first before getting started, measure twice, cut once, use a Sawzall, some eye protection, and you should be good to go. Removing that factory system and getting the new MBRP in place will only really require a basic socket set along with those cutting tools we already mentioned, and you should be making some noise in no time. The MBRP Black Series here, while a little bit more pricey than some of their other offerings, is giving you a very unique look thanks to that black powder coating. You're getting a solid bark out of this system, and most importantly, you're getting that added durability thanks to that heat-resistant powder coating. So that is my review of the MBRP Black Series dual single-side exit catback exhaust system, which you can get for your F-150 right here at AmericanMuscle.com.